Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ernst Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. A lot of the top teams in college football have had some smooth sailing performances last couple weeks, and they're doing everything they possibly can to make the college football playoff, but one team just suffered a massive setback that could potentially eliminate them from the college football playoff if they cannot win out, and that is the Florida State Seminoles with the injury to Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis has been playing great football this year. He's been in the Heisman race, even though most people think that Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr. will win the Heisman at the end of the day. So maybe a guy like Jaden Daniels or even Caleb Williams would have had a better shot if their teams had won more games. But Jordan Travis has been playing underrated football, and he's a big reason why Florida State is currently undefeated. Yes, they had a close call against Boston College and Clemson, but other than that, they've really been dominant against most of the other teams that they've played, including the big win over LSU in Week 1 of the college football season. And Jordan Travis, throughout his college football career, has thrown 66 touchdowns to 20 picks, and he has 31 rushing touchdowns, and he has a 29-10 record as the Florida State quarterback. And so far this season, they are a perfect 11-0, but unfortunately for Jordan Travis, his season is done. There is no way he's going to be able to come back from this injury. I saw a replay of the injury, and I was deeply sad to see that injury for Jordan Travis. It looked very similar to McKenzie Milton's injury when he was at UCF a few years ago. Obviously, McKenzie Milton came over to Florida State, and then Jordan Travis usurped him for the starting quarterback job. But I cannot stand seeing injuries like that for anybody, and especially it stinks for a team like Florida State who has college football playoff aspirations, and then your starting quarterback goes down. And I'm praying really hard for Jordan Travis that he'll be able to come back, possibly in college football or in the NFL, and have a lot of success and be able to avoid a career end like McKenzie Milton suffered with his injury, because that was tough for him. I felt like McKenzie Milton could have possibly had a lot more success in college football, maybe in the NFL, and hopefully Jordan Travis will not suffer McKenzie Milton's fate. I'm really hoping he will be able to get healthy and play in the future at a high level like he was before. But the big question is, can Florida State win without Jordan Travis and be able to make the college football playoff? Florida State has 2 games left. They've got Florida in the final game of the regular season, their big rival, and then they're going to have Louisville in the ACC title game. Now, on paper, Florida State is the better football team than both of those teams, but Florida is always tough to play. Even with Jordan Travis, I thought that Florida could possibly be a game that could be close. You've seen in past performances with Florida State and Florida, whoever's had the better record, the team that is the underdog, has played really close to the other team. Florida's been really good in the past, and Florida State's been very competitive, and vice versa. Florida State last year was much better than Florida record-wise, but it was still a really close game. Anthony Richardson gave everything he had to possibly beat the Seminoles, and it was a great football game. So like I said, with Travis, I thought that this game could be close. So Florida State is going to have an even tougher time now to be able to beat Florida without Jordan Travis, but I do still think that the Florida State Seminoles have their talent playing better football than Florida. I think Florida's a talented team, but the Seminoles have executed much better, and their players have developed a lot more than the Gators. So Florida State, as long as they play a C-plus game or better, should be able to win, even though Florida will try hard because of the fact it is their rival, and they have to win if they want to achieve bowl eligibility. And then Louisville's been the talk of the town. They are 10-1, and they're having a great season, and they have a game against Kentucky to end the regular season. If they win that game, and if Florida State does not beat Louisville, then the Cardinals could have a shot to make the college football playoffs. So you know that Jeff Brom's going to have his team fighting hard in the last 2 games, and now that Jordan Travis is out, it probably gives Louisville fans more hope that they can win that game. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Florida State responds, and Tate Rodemaker is going to be the quarterback that comes in for Florida State with Jordan Travis out for the season. You look at his stats, he has 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in a Florida State Seminole uniform, and he has improved the longer he's been in college. You look at his stats, this season he does not have any interceptions in the time that he's played when Jordan Travis obviously subs out of the game when Florida State's been up by a lot of points. So Tate Rodemaker is progressing as a quarterback. He was a fairly high recruit that Mike Norvell brought into the program right when he took the Florida State job. So he has a lot of faith and confidence in Tate Rodemaker to have success. And I do believe, because Tate Rodemaker's trajectory is going up as a college football quarterback, and when he came in the North Alabama game when Jordan Travis's injury occurred, he really played well the rest of the game. I know it's a small opponent, but he did not look phased, and I do think that will help Florida State in these next 2 games. I was not sure Florida State would be able to win the Florida game or the Louisville game, even with Jordan Travis, because both of those teams are tough, and Florida State's had a couple close calls, like I said, against Clemson and Boston College earlier in the year. But Florida State, if they want to make the college football playoff, they have to get past the Jordan Travis injury, it's tough. It really hurts for your program because he's your leader and he's the guy that can rally the other players on the team and get them playing at a high level, encouraging them, and putting specifically the running back and the receiver in a better position to win with Jordan Travis's running ability and his passing ability and just his leadership in general. With him gone, it's going to be tough to see Florida State respond, but he's still going to be on the sideline for moral support. And Tate Rodemaker is a guy that is talented, and he's been playing better the longer he's been in college football, so I think he's going to be up to the challenge. Does it mean Florida State's going to win both of these games against Florida and Louisville in the ACC title game? No, it does not, but I do think that the Seminoles would have had a tough time even with Travis. It might be a little bit harder without him, but they still can win both of these games. But one thing's for sure, if Florida State does make the college football playoff, if they win out, it is going to be almost impossible for them to win a game against the likes of Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, whoever they would have to play. It would be very hard for them to win without Jordan Travis. Even with them, it would have been tough. Florida State, I just do not believe is as good as Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and with Jordan Travis out, it's going to make it a lot harder for them to reach the college football playoff, and if they get there, it's going to make it almost impossible for them to be able to win a game. You never know. Anything can happen in college football. Maybe Tate Rodemaker will emerge as a big star in college football. But like I said, it's going to be interesting to see. Again, I'm praying very hard for Jordan Travis' speedy recovery, and hopefully for Florida State fans, their team will play at a high level, and they'll still be able to achieve all that they've been hoping that they can achieve, getting an ACC title championship this year, make the college football playoff. But Jordan Travis' injury is a big setback, and Mike Norvell is going to have to hope that Tate Rodemaker can pull his team through to hopefully at least be able to make the college football playoff. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below what you think about Jordan Travis' injury and whether you believe that this will set Florida State back and that they will slip up against Florida or Louisville and not make the college football playoff and not be able to win the ACC title, or whether you believe that even with Jordan Travis they would not have been able to achieve it. And what are your thoughts on Tate Rodemaker and whether you think that he will perform well or not as the Florida State quarterback for the rest of the season? Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.